Huh. Yeah, alright. Alright, alright. Let's look at these patch notes. And before I do, I'm gonna do my first ever tier list. But I think this is a reasonable one. We got way too much, got what they needed. Uh why even include them? Got hosed. And the grand loser of patch notes. Also, boy, do I need I really God. My hopes for the patch notes, I haven't touched them yet. I really need Oki back. I really, really need Oki back. Aside from that, I guess. Let's hop into it. Yeah, let's God, I really 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 need this. I really need Oki back, man. I I cannot stress enough. So, without further ado, all right. Fingers crossed. All right. Battle system adjustments. In other words, all of my bullshit basic stuff. Let's look at some basic stuff. Ignore the black bar at the top. Don't worry about that. That's not important. So, cool. I'm glad I'm fat enough to cover this up. Based on Tekken 8's core gameplay philosophy and the refined balance policy, the following battle adjustments have been made. Okay, here we go. Number 1, adjustments that respect each character's concept, strengths, weaknesses, while preventing excessive performance gaps between characters. Oh, so balancing. Thanks. In 3.0, the strengths, weaknesses, and distinct advantages of every character were reviewed. So, okay. Adjustments were made with the goal of creating battle experience in which each character's individuality can be felt more clearly within neutral interactions and mind games. Mind games? Oh? Oh? Mind games? Do we get... Alright, anyway. Reevaluate risk and reward. Good. Including game systems and character unique mechanics. During the Season 2 updates, gradual revisions were made to address excessive frame advantage situations and disproportionately high reward. That doesn't impact me. Maybe they'll nerf 322. He needs it nerfed. This direction has been continued in version 3.0, with adjustments focused on the heat system and character-specific powered-up states, like Claudio Starburst. Good, but who, I get that we care. Don't get me wrong. I get that we care. We absolutely have to care. I just don't. Alright. Revision of wall splat properties caused by heat smash. For characters whose heat smash previously triggered wall splat from, like, global range. I remember them. As a result, heat smash is no longer wall break. Good. Improvements to air combos. Oh, give me better scaling, bigger scaling. The issue where air combos became excessively long when a heating, off of a heat engager. In other words, drastically reduced scaling, but scaled damage. Okay. Followed by a heat dash was addressed. The previous system, where the opponent's airborne distance was reduced under these conditions, was removed. Yeah, they nerfed distance scaling. That's good. They should have from the start. Additionally, the damage scaling for combos under these conditions was changed from the previous 60% to 70%. Yeah. Combos are shorter, and they do more damage. That's fine. Hey. Maybe we can get the previous 60 turned down to, like, 30% for getting floated, huh? Come on, Bamco. Fucking do it. That's it? Okay, no. These are all commons. Good. Behavior on counter hit. When a counter hit causes the opponent's behavior to change, the side counter hit behavior has been adjusted to match the front counter. Okay. So, randomly catching somebody's back turn button or side turn button, it used to not give you a launch if you hit them with a counter hit launcher. Except for weird multi-hit counter hit launchers where the second hit was guaranteed, in which case it would. That's good. That's a good change, but it's not Oki, I don't care. Powered up state. For characters who can stock a powered up state, the powered up state will now be removed when heat ends. Like Asuka, Brian, Claudio, Jack, Leo's. So everyone with chores who got free chores, your free chores are gone when heat ends. Great. We knew that they were doing that. Heat dash. Remove the unique knockback scaling that was applied on hit. Previously, only heat dash allowed for longer than normal air combos. But moving forward, the behavior will be similar to air combos performed outside of heat dash. Yeah, good. Good. Big change. That's just this. Great. Adjusted grounded hit damage scaling from 60 to 70%. Fine. Great. Needed it. Rage Art. Changed so that if the opponent's attack hit during early frames, it will now count as a counter hit. Yeah, that's good. That's fine. Did it used to be 1 through 5? Now it's 1 through 7? I'll take it. Although if that's a buff to Rage Art, who knows. But it's not Oki, so I don't care. Moving on. Knockback that recovers automatically. What? To reduce situations where it would fail to wall splat, increase the number of frames that trigger wall splat by 2 frames. Oh, okay. Cool. King's got one of those. It's his back 4. Wait until I don't use it. Common for sliding knockback situations. To reduce situations where it would fail to wall splat, increase the number of frames that trigger wall splat by 1 frame. Oh, so sliders wall splat better. I wonder if that's going to affect King's forward 2-1 in an air combo. Moving on. Heat engagers that wall splat. Okay. To reduce situations where it would fail to wall splat, increase the number of frames that trigger wall splat by 5. Yeah, okay. Except for these characters' moves. Neat. Okay, so there were situations where King's forward 2-1 elbow into punch would it would have wall splatted if you weren't in heat. Now it'll, but if it was used as a heat engager, it's not going to wall splat. So it's good to see that change done. It's just going to be more consistent. Common buffer inputs at the start of the round. Adjusted so that button inputs can now override movement inputs, even if the movement command was buffered beforehand. Okay, so you can buffer buttons better. Better button buffer. Sounds good. Common, heat burst. Oh, and it'll take your most common input, or your most recent input. That's good, that's fine. It's not Oki, I don't care. Heat burst. Fix an issue where, in certain situations, following up an air hit with a heat dash would cause the opponent to remain airborne, causing an unintended air combo, instead of entering the knockdown state. Following an air hit with a heat dash, but it's heat burst. Alleviated an issue where the positional relationship with the opponent becomes different than intended when used near a wall. No idea what that means. None at all. Common, up, back, into back. To improve controls, inputting up, back, back will now result in a backwards walk instead of a back jump. Well, nerf to jumps. Great, the opposite of what I want, but it's not Oki, so it doesn't matter. I guess. Fix an issue where triggering tornado near a wall could result in unintended behavior. Yeah, alright. Low tornado, like bangs, down back 4. Fix an issue where, when hitting an opponent with their back to the wall, follow-up attacks would sometimes fail to connect. Only against Dragona, Victor, or Fok. It's not Oki. Common, strong aerial tailspin. Fix an issue where right side Ukemi could not be performed. Okay. So bug fixes. We get fucking bug fixes. Common, wake up kicks. Fix an issue where, when inputting a move during a side roll, the character would sometimes attack in the opposite direction from the opponent. Yeah, in the event of getting sidewalked and then you roll to realign and then... Alright. So nobody's fucking touched yet. Right? Yeah, let's close this shit. Nobody's touched. Alright, moving on. No, that's it for... And that's it for general changes. Fuck! Fuck. John Tekken hates Oki? God damn it. Alright, well, fucking... The winds are out from beneath my wings. You have strong feelings about this patch? None of them are very good? Yeah. Alright, Elisa. Elisa's a character who excels at utilizing chainsaws. She has strong lateral movement. Yes, she does. So we focused on expanding her roots into destructive form. Back to basics. Okay. Alex is looking great in Street Fighter 6. Yeah, dude, I was talking to someone about Street Fighter 6 changes, and they are not happy with the patch either. So, we're all losing today. So, she gets up back 1. It's a mid attack that hits opponents who are grounded. That's... We don't need more fucking mids that hit grounded opponents. We don't need that. For anybody. Commit to your fucking down button. It has low risk on block, and on hit it provides frame advantage that makes it easier to apply offense from stance. Yeah. So you get free chainsaw. It allows you to pressure the opponent's wake up. Yeah, great. She can also magic 4 chainsaws, and that everyone needs a steel pedal wake up mix at the wall. Yeah, but steel pedal's unsafe. So yes, I'm okay with everyone getting steel pedal wake up mix at the wall, because if they get up and you steel pedal, you're punishable. Cool. Magic 4 is already a fucking godlike button, and now she gets Magic 4 Des or back to 4 Des. Oh my god. Added new move, shortcut? Yeah, shortcut to skipping fucking neutral. There's no more guess situations, we just have buttons that hit you grounded and up. And fuck it, it's a counter hit launcher, I-10. Mid. Plus 10 on block. Real plus 10, not guard frames. Distance from opponent on hit has been reduced. Okay, so Magic 4 is probably a good-ass launcher now. Back to 4 Des isn't even good. I bet you it is now, though. During heat, adjusted so that on whiff, the move can no longer transition into boot, dual boot, or destructive form. Okay, this is a good change. This is a good change. It means on whiff, it's punishable. That's a change. What the fuck is all this? 2-2 comes out quicker, less interruptible. Fine. That's good. Afford 3+4. Adjusted collision detection to mitigate the issue of swapping positions in certain situations. Okay, so it's more consistent. Consistency is fine. All good with... We're fine with that. Boot 3. Better hurt box. What, is her tracking not good enough? Oh, expanded the hurt box, not hitbox. Okay, so it has less evasion. Yeah, that's fine. That's good. That she needed. Bring back up. Yeah, 1+2. Fix an issue where it's not possible to perform a move via buffered input. Yeah. Better buffer window. I'm all for a better buffer window. Sup, gamers? Oh, that's it. Fucking... Alright, well, got way too fucking much. Got way too much. You don't need a she never had a godlike hit you while you're grounded button to make you get back up. Now she does. Okay. Alright. Armor King. Armor King is a character who excels at mixing strikes and throws. Yeah, with a neutral game focused on mid-range exchanges. Well, that's an understatement. We expanded his options primarily within air combos, because that's what he needs. His air combos are like godlike. He doesn't need more out of it. While also adjusting the damage of existing moves and revisiting several frequently used techniques. Okay. He has down back 3+4. So it supplements his close range options. So what is it, like a crouching property move that, yeah, we'll figure out what it does soon enough. Expansions of air combos. He doesn't need it. While maintaining the usability of the frequently used forward 3-2-1. He needs just more interesting combo routes. It's the same route for every launcher. It is. And honestly, I don't mind that. But, like, yeah, diversity of combo routes is big. Even King has a little bit of diversity right now. Okay, so he gets to keep that, but adjustments have been made to make it easier to incorporate forward 1+2 and down... Oh, and his alley kick. And during Bad Jaguar 2-3 to incorporate him into combos. Okay. So he has a better way to put you to the wall. Fine. Added new move, Shadow Force. We don't know what it does. And then what do we got? Negligible nerf to damage. What? Oh, nerf the shit out of his forward 3-string damage. Okay. And players can react better because, we're stagnant on block. Good. Changed the lowered his damage by 1. Lowered his damage by 1. Forward movement of the second hit has been increased to extend the read. Okay, but this is like a negligible, buff. Fix an issue where when a move would hit near the wall, certain attacks from the opponent would become guaranteed. Yeah, I'm okay with removing this. Opponents recover too quick and get a guaranteed counter or punish. That's fine. Being punished on hit sucks. Let's see. 3, 4, 1. Yeah, there's no more weird wall swap. Character now turn the opponent towards the opponent on counter hit. Okay, yeah, it flips you around so you can get your crouch throw. Good. 4, 4, 4. Adjusted pushback interaction when opponent. Yep. Yeah, if you absorb the attack, you don't make them randomly whiff for no reason. Cool. And then fix an issue where... Yeah. Wall Rising 2. Fix an issue where it could sometimes fail to execute when landing a counter hit. Oh, okay, yeah. I've seen that happen, where you don't get your follow-up. It's supposed to be a launcher, that's fine. Bag Jaguar, 2+4. Fix an issue where it was not... Yeah, better buffers. This is a lot of, like... See, this is... Okay, maybe Elisa just messed me up. He got what he needed. He got some damage nerfs and slightly better combo routes. I'm okay with this. Yeah, got what they needed. Great patch. Cool. Got way too much. Crash patch. Yeah, I'll be adjusting this more as we go. Next up, Anna. Balance direction. Anna is a character who excels at mix-ups using mid and low attacks from crouching. Yeah, she has a full crouch mix, thanks. As well as offense that takes advantage of the reach granted by her weapons. Yeah, so she has full screen fucking mix. You're calling it. They're doing these notes to gauge reaction, so when Kuni comes out in a month, they can be like, okay, we're changing things. Oh yeah, we're listening the whole time. This is... yeah. Yeah. You believe that though everyone was going to be upset over the common ones, they didn't change much for each character? We'll see. I mean, I want my fucking Oki back. They took it, they're not giving it back. This is the wrong direction for the patch. I mean, they did make a change that makes it better for Yoshimitsu Sword Sweep. I don't know if that's good or bad for the game. So they've added new moves to stabilize her post-air combo situation. She already has a godlike post-air combo situation, while also revisiting certain moves whose performance was overly strong, adjusting the balance between risk and reward. So new moves. 2 up forward 1+2. Great, she's got things into 2 up forward 1+2. And she has down 1+2. So, added a new high attack that can be used during air combos. That's not what she needs. It's designed with a focus on wall carry performance. She already has great wall carry. Making it easier to reliably reach the wall? Fuck you. Even in situations where distant management during combos was previously difficult. No, some characters just are supposed to be trash at some places. That's not what Anna needed. The new move also integrates smoothly into existing air combo routes, allowing for flexible choices depending on the situation. No. New move, down 1+2. Every character needs Tekken 7 Lars wall carry. Yeah. That's basically what they're saying. So down 1+2. This is a low attack with crouching status without even looking. Without even looking, it's plus a shitload and allows her to run her full crouch mix. Here we go. Taking advantage of the range provided by her weapon attacks, it has been added as a move that can apply pressure from mid-range. It provides a new option for mid-range engagements, serving as both a poke and a starting point for offense. Fucking trash. And then they have adjusted the performance of certain moves that previously offered disproportionately high reward, including wall crouching, down forward 2 as one of the main examples. Alright, well, let's see what they did to it. Fucking added Puka's Misfortune. Does she need a new move? Probably not. Left, right, fried love, quick fried love, creep fried love. Yeah, whatever. What does fried love do? Is it going to be like a god button on block? A mid-range low poke that goes into crouch for the character that has full crouch mix-ups. Yep, fucking called it. Down forward 214. Adjusted the opponent's behavior on counter hit for the second hit to match that of a normal hit. Okay, yeah, so you don't get guaranteed bullshit. Adjusted opponent's behavior on counter hit for the third hit to match that of a normal hit. Oh, she lost her counter hit. Okay. Good. She didn't need everything to be a counter hit launcher. Change the opponent's on state on hit from standing to crouching from down back 4. Okay, so it forces crouch. Forward 2. The behavior of the opponent on hit has been changed. Thanks. While crouching, down forward 1. The opponent's recovery time when blocking has been reduced by 2 frames, and the advantage on block has been changed from -10 to -12. Okay, so full crouch down forward 1 got nerfed. It needed to be. Now it's properly punishable. You don't just get a dick jab. Great. Adjusted the tracking and hit detection to make it easier to evade with lateral movement. Okay, so it's no longer homing for her big sweep. Good. Well, I say good. What is the deal with Hammer Chance 1? Increase the recovery time on whiff by 5 frames. Yeah, whiffs should be worse than this game in general for a lot of moves. Anywho, during heat, some bullshit. Oh no, this is a buff. Whatever, that's fine. Technically a bug fix. The only character that should be better on whiff is Raven. Yeah, I think that there are specific moves that are fine to be really good on whiff. Raven has a few of them because that's like his game plan. Yoshi has back 1. I'm okay with that being phenomenal on whiff. I think King Jaguar Step Nothing should be better on whiff, but Jaguar Step 1 should be worse on whiff. But yeah, in general, I agree. Alright, here we go. Corrected the timing at which crouching status begins. It was incorrectly starting at 1 frame and has now been changed to begin at 25 frames. Oh, you mean her completely stupid go under every high in the world, but not be crouch grabbable move has been fixed. This is a fix. Chaos Judgment 3+4, no idea what that is. With the opponent to reduce the occurrence of whiffing for certain moves. Okay, so it just wasn't properly punishable. Then QCF1 made it more difficult to slip under a floating opponent by extending the collision upward. Okay, yeah. I've seen that combo whiff. And then Cool. So overall, a lot of nerfs, and she got too much. She doesn't need a mid-range fucking... Okay. Yeah, she got too much. She didn't get way too... Because she also ate a lot of nerfs. But she got fucking range 3 or 4 enter full crouch mix. That's not okay. That's gonna be a fucking problem, just you watch. So next up we've got... Who is this? Fucking Asuka. Okay, this is gonna be spicy. Asuka's a character who excels. He excels, I tells ya, at mind games using reversal and status techniques. Yeah, she's got cans and fucking Tsubakis and parries. Cool, great. New move, up back 1+... Oh, let's read it. They've reduced her overly high combo damage. Good. And direct mix-up strength. Yeah. While making adjustments that allow her to better utilize the unique style of tactical engages that define her play. If it's anything beyond better parry. Anywho, this is a mid-attack that's effective at catching opponent sidesteps to the left. It can be cancelled or returned to crouching, though its startup is somewhat slow. After the cancel, using a parry button, parries. Okay, so she has a new cancelable move that she can cancel into a parry or cancel into nothing. Sounds good. I'm okay with that type of move, depending on its degeneracy level. Behavior improvements. Forward forward 2 now hits opponents more reliably when they sidestep right. Yeah, that's what she needed, better tracking. We have also resolved an issue where the axis would shift on hit, making it difficult to maintain offensive pressure. Oh, boo-hoo. Additionally, after a counter hit with wall crouching down forward 2, follow-up attacks now connect more consistently. Okay. Alright, so added a new button. You can now gain Naniwa Gusto. Oh, she can just do it. Great. Fourth hit can now be canceled into crouch. That's not good. This string is gonna be a fucking menace now. Adjusted the opponent's behavior on down hit. Yeah. Or down 1+2, changed the damage. Okay, so nerfed it. Whoa. Big nerfs. Also nerfed cans, but only the damage. They should change the damage from 520 to 020. It's the change they showed in the trailer. Yeah, like she no longer gets guaranteed follow-up on that low. Cool. Forward 2. Better tracking. That's what we needed. While running 1+2 deals less damage. That's not the problem with the move. While crouching, so snicky snack. A little bit slower. And the distance between the player and the opponent on block has been increased. Yeah, cool. Combo scaling on aerial hit has been changed. This should be the default aerial hit damage scaling, by the way, 40. Lowered the damage on while running 1+2, great. Expanded the downward hitbox to reduce unintended whiffs. I don't like that. That means it's probably just gonna catch people fucking grounded for no reason soon. Full crouch down forward 2. Yeah, adjusted the frame advantage, blah, blah, blah. The displayed frame advantage made this interaction difficult to understand, so it's been adjusted. Okay, so she still gets follow-up, it's just not the good follow-up. That's fine. Alright. Asuka. We'll see if she got too much. But right now, this might just be a great patch. Yeah. Good with the bad, we'll see. Alright, next up. Azucena. She's a tricky one. Azucena is a character who excels at applying pressure through tricky movement combined with stance transitions. Yes. So they've expanded her offensive options in neutral. Yep. Everyone I know was saying, you know what Azucena's missing? Offense. While also making adjustments to help her respond more effectively to the opponent's lateral movement. Yep, she's lacking tracking and options. Sidestep 4. There's a new low attack with crouching status that can be performed from a sidestep. By leveraging its transition into a crouching state, it leads to follow-ups such as wall rising 1 and offensive options like wall rising 3 and full crouch down forward 4. So she's getting Claudio's sidestep 4. How do Claudios feel about that? Do other characters need your sidestep 4? Let me know in the comments. Addition of tools to suppress lateral movement. Adjusted tracking on 4 and forward 3 to make him more effective against opponent's lateral movement. And the startup forward 3 has been revised, making it easier to use as a defensive counter. So it's faster. It's a faster button. Your SS4 got nerfed too? So you're glad someone got it? Yeah. You know what? We'll fucking see. I'll get to you too. Added mowing kick? Well, at least it's coffee themed. So yeah, her magic 4 tracks left better. Forward 3, it's 1 frame faster. It's not a get off me button. But it tracks better. Great. But you no longer accidentally hit people behind you for no reason. I've been there. Forward 1+2. Hey, she gets Oki now. Whatever the fuck this is. She now gets a ground. Okay, so she gets guaranteed hit. Cool. 3-1. She gets a follow-up. She gets a follow-up. She gets a follow-up. She gets a follow-up. That's fine. Forward 4, bit more damage. Expanded the hurt box on whiff, alleviating situations where certain attacks would whiff. Yeah, because she recovered in an awkward position. And then adjusted the collision detection on whiff to mitigate the issue of unintentionally being able to evade the opponent's attacks. Yeah, that's so what I just said. What else do we got? Better tracking. To reduce instances. Oh yeah. Libertador. Uno y dos. To reduce instances where the move would cause the character to be stuck or to be in a back turn position on grounded hit. Its tracking after activation has been strengthened. Yeah, that's fine. While running 3-2. The tracking capability of the second hit has been enhanced, mitigating the occurrence of whiffing midway through. Okay, if that's all that they did, then that's fine. But if they made it so you dodge the first hit and the second connects, fuck off. Azutena down forward 4. The attack hitbox has been reduced to mitigate the unintended occurrence of hitting opponents who are behind you. Yeah, we've been over that. That's fine. This is potentially completely fine. This might actually just be a great patch for her. O'Brien. O'Brien. Alright, let's see what Potatoes over here. Fucking Potatoes O'Brien. It's a character who excels at restricting the opponent's movement with strong Brian is the furthest thing from an ally. The real change should be that he comes out as trans. Just really a big fuck you to the entire audience. Anyway, he restricts the opponent's movement with strong pressure. He sure does. While aiming for counter hits by timing his response. Yeah, he's a big counter hit character. So they've adjusted his moves, particularly those that grant properties while holding Snake Eyes, to better balance their risk-reward. Better be negative, refining his set of game options. New move, Sidestep 2-1. Made it possible to cancel the second hit when performing Sidestep 2-1 back, allowing easier adaptation based on the situation. Makes it a more practical option to incorporate into neutral play. Okay. Revisions to certain... Wait, is that his Tooth Fairy? Or his, yeah, whatever. We'll get to it. Revisions for certain moves when Snake Eyes activated. For the long string, its offensive options tended to become too one-sided. Yes, they did. So adjustments have been made to allow offense and defense to shift more easily. For during Snake Eyes, time with the opponent, forward 4-1 plus 2. It consumes more heat timer and adjusted the opponent's behavior on hit to reduce its overall reward. I'm liking these changes so far. So, Brian, he has a new move. Reduce the recovery of the first hit. Why are they talking about all of these things that he has? Like, reduce the recovery of the first hit. How do you reduce the recovery on a new move? How do you do that? Anywho. Reduce the input window for second hit by 3 frames. Modified the opponent's behavior on block of second hit. So it's going to be flashable. Reduce distance to the opponent on block for the second. It might actually just straight up be flash punishable. Cool. His down 4. What a move. Adjusted collision detection, reducing the distance between characters on hit or block. Good, makes it more consistently punishable. Adjusted hurt box, and the distance from the opponent on block to reduce situations where certain attacks would unintentionally whiff. Yeah, whatever. Behavior on hit or counter hit has been changed for back 3, 1 plus 2. Cool, that could be good. His back 4. Modified opponent's behavior when hit from behind. That could be good. Who knows? Or back 4. Yeah. Now it hits grounded better for up forward 1. Up forward 1, or 2, 2, 2, 2, 3. So when the first or second hit lands as a front facing or side hit, the opponent now turns around to get hit normally. Yeah, good. Taunt, increase the distance from the opponent on a down hit. Remove the special extended input buffer window that made during heat easier to connect as multiple hits. I'm smiling at this change. Fuck taunt heat smash. You can eat shit. Alright, sidestep 1. Behavior has been changed. That could mean anything. During Snake Eyes, fuck string. Consumption of heat went way up. Recovery time on third hit has been increased. Good. Opponent's recovery time. Blocking the fourth hit. Blah, blah, blah. So now it's -10, or on the fifth hit, -13. And it's consistently punishable. Great. And now they don't hit people behind them for no reason. That's good. Snake Eyes, whatever the fuck, 3. Yeah. Bam. Yeah. Increase the distance when the 6th hit connects as an air hit. Oh, so no fucked follow-ups. Snake Eyes, double forward 1+2. Lower chip, more heat eat. Same thing. Maybe, I don't know what the behavior of the opponent on hit has been changed means. If this is a launcher now, maybe it's a launcher now. During Slither Step, 1+2. Damage nerfed and no longer chips. Okay. Forward 3. No longer hits behind you. No longer hit. We have a lot of no longer hits behind you. And Wall Rising 2. So it could incorrectly transition into a throw on air hit. Yeah, it could. You could Fisherman Slam Loop. Which is funny, for the record. And then Slither Step 4-1. Who knows what the fuck that is. But yeah, that seems fair. Everything seems fair. Except, I doubt he has a new button he's gonna run his whole ass offense off of. That's it for Brian. Cool. Exactly what he needed, more or less. Alright, let's pull. Claudio! Oh boy, we're gonna have some opinions here. Claudio's a character who controls the neutral game with strong mid and high range tools. He sure does. While applying distinctive offense through use of Starburst. I wouldn't call it distinctive, but he does. You know, except like 10 other characters also do it and don't need Starburst. But anyway, Starbustin' makes me feel good. So system-wide adjustments made it more difficult to maintain Starburst. So a new move has been added that allows him to get more Starburst. Hey, hooray! Additionally, we've adjusted the feel and usability of his core moves to help him better showcase his unique characteristics. Added the new mid, Orbit Slice, which gains Starburst on hit. It serves as an easy-to-use option for gaining Starburst during neutral. And near the wall, it can be utilized alongside Sidestep 4, allowing players to choose between them depending on the situation. Oh boy, so it probably looks like a sidestepping move that's indistinguishable from Sidestep 4. Revisions to core moves. Adjustments have been made to forward 3+4 to make it more usable. Yeah, I can't say I remember most of it, unless it's Nini. Additionally, because he's a character who primarily relies on mid and high range attacks, we've revised the low attack, Sidestep 4, which overly restricted the opponent's options in certain situations. More like a lot of situations. Alongside these changes, several other moves that have had notable effects in specific scenarios have also been reviewed to maintain overall balance. So, what is that going to look like? Let's find out. So, Orbit Slice, no information about it. You're gonna miss the Sidestep 4 Chaos? You might still just fucking have it for no reason. Adjusted the opponent's behavior on block, and changed the frame advantage on block from -8 to -4. And now chips. Better tracking. And distance from the opponent on hit has been reduced. And changed opponent's behavior on aerial hit. So this is basically a new fucking move for you Claudio mains. Because it looks like it gives a lot now. Alright, upward 2. So it no longer lingers. It might help with combos. My guess is it will. Expanded the attack hitbox downward, so upward 2 is probably now going to hit grounded people for no fucking reason. As a result of the above adjustments, the move is now easier to evade with lateral movement. Oh, so it's steppable. Great. Now I can sidestep and get hit by the rest of his fucking kit. Back 3-3. Increased recovery on block and whiff by 2 frames, making it better punishable. Back 2+3. Reduced tracking. Sidestep 4. Oh, it no longer knocks down on counter hit. Okay, because they want you more comfortable to challenge it, so you can challenge the sidestep 2 and get, or up back 2 and get fucking nailed by it. Cool. Enhanced tracking when it connects as an air hit, reducing instances where the third hit would whiff. Honestly, this doesn't seem that bad for Claudio. But it also seems like a pretty big fucking nothing. It's nothing bad? Well, it seems like it's nothing. Definitely didn't get what they needed. Huh. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna put Brian here. It's kind of nothing, but like it is a start with his stupid things. Yeah, small SS4 nerf, but then a new move to compensate, so who knows? It's kind of a nothing patch for Claudio. His problem is all the Starburst nonsense. Or not Starburst, down back 1+2. Clive is getting some shit. Alright, Clive dominates mid to long range combat. He sure does. He's kinda like Claudio. He controls strong mid and high range tools. Clive, mid long range tools, far reaching weapon attacks. His playstyle is defined by his use of Tekken. No, it is not. It is designed by his use of forward 2 into canned mix. He's a mix-up character. Don't fucking call him something else. So he's got new abilities. They also revised some techniques that were too good. So up back 2. He gets Wicked Wheel. That could be cool. And if the opponent blocks it, he they get knocked back significantly. Okay, so this is Kazumi while running 2 all over again. Hey, I strive at long range. I have a button where if you block it, we're back to long range. Hooray! And they've increased the amount of gauge gained from several gauge building actions. Great. This way they can accumulate gauge more smoothly. But hopefully Zang Tetsuken is going to deal less damage. Cool. Giga Flare can now be performed with Phoenix F4. Okay, fine. Heat Smash. Hey, it's only +5 instead of +8. That means I still can't push buttons. Golly. Increased heat gauge gain on... Okay, so who cares? The opponent's recovery time when blocking. Hey! 2-2-2 punishable. We needed that. Recovery time reduced. So 2-2-1 +2 is now only -9. Well, that's... And it's delayable. So it's delayable and safer. Hooray! You could build your entire game plan around this shit. So hitbox size down on 1+2 and weaker tracking. That's fine, that's good. Back 2 had too much recovery time. So from -4 to -6 and from +6 to +4. Okay, so this is the relevant part, the 6 to 4. Whatever. Forward 2. Great. That's what he needs. The opponent's recovery time when blocking has been reduced. Oh, goodness. So the advantage on block is no longer 14, it's 8. I'm okay with that. That means you can spam an armor move and fucking squeak in there. Maybe. You're not just mixed because you guessed right. This is the best change in the fucking patch for him. While rising 2-1, more gauge, cool. Full crouch down forward 2. Okay. So it's minus 13 on block. Great. Phoenix 2. It went from not punishable to not punishable. Cool. Damage shift on Phoenix 3, 1+2. Okay, yeah, they just moved where the damage is. That's for hype reasons, not even balance reasons. The level 3s, yeah, got nerfed. Level 4 got nerfed. And damage got nerfed. So 5 damage across the board. Or 765. 775. Great. Rage Art fixed an issue where follow-up inputs could not be buffered after the move hit. Yeah, let's talk about buffering during animation, huh? Forward 2-2, 1+2. Only when the second hit lands. The tracking of the third hit has been improved to mitigate instances where it would whiff partway through. Okay, so a king 1+2, 1 situation. Overall, I think that's exactly what he needed. The wall running 2 is a fucking problem. Now Devil Jin. Great. He's a character with high execution difficulty. Is it? Yet he can easily apply mix-ups using mid and low attacks stemming from Wind God Step. Yeah, everyone knows his Hell Sweep launches. We've made adjustments to improve the consistency of his air combos and make it easier for players to create and capitalize on the situations they aim for. Cool. New move, Wall Rising 1-4. We've brought back Twin Revival, a move that previously appeared in 7. This is a Wall Rising attack with a 13-frame startup that knocks the opponents down on hit, making it a useful option to mix in after blocking certain moves. Okay. That could be fine. That's kinda nothing. Behavior in situations where attack would hit but follow-up offense could become unstable, such as during air combos, blah blah blah. To make it easier for accurate inputs and precise decision-making to reliably lead to the intended outcomes. Yeah, we'll see what that means. So he gets Twin Revival, great. Forward 3, down forward 2, blah 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 blah. We have strengthened the tracking when transitioning into Morning Crow. Nope. Nope. Didn't need it. Didn't need it. Didn't fucking need it. Doesn't need this. Up 1+2. Expanded the attack hitbox downward. Doesn't need that. Up forward 1 and Wall Rising 1-1. Damage dealt on hit changed so that it is no longer recoverable damage. So a buff. We're up to 3 buffs. Up forward 3. The behavior of the opponent has been modified, changing the frame advantage on hit from +7 to +13. So is he going to get a guaranteed heat engager? Is that what I'm getting out of that? Is that what I'm seeing? Jump status frames have been adjusted. Yeah, he lands 5 frames better. Cool. While Rising 3, you can now use the move with Crouch Dash 3+4. Okay. Neat. Morning Crow 4-1 or Fly 4-1. Hitbox expanded downward. He doesn't need more things that hit grounded. Like, he doesn't need better tools. I swear to God, I'm the only person who thinks Devil Jin is way stronger than anyone else. Rage Art. Fixed an issue where follow-up inputs could not be buffered. Okay, yeah, so it looks like everybody's getting buffers after Rage. Pack forward 2-1-4, 1+2. It's no longer... Okay, yeah, there's a tighter input window. And then a bunch of during heat options. Yeah, no longer hits behind him. right? Yep, got it. Back 1, 2, behavior on backer side was corrected. Yeah, you could accidentally push someone out of it. Tracking ability of back 2, 3 is better. Forward, 4. Now turn around on counter hit, great. Hell sweep. An issue was fixed where, when the move hit near a wall, the opponent would collide with the wall in a way that prevented follow-up attacks. Yes. Yes, that was correct. I'd spend the whole fucking match in that position. Yeah, more hitbox mitigation. Expanded hitbox. This is... Yeah. That's actually a fucking clown car. That's not okay. That's fucking clown car neutral. Oh god. I'm only on D. Drag. Drag is a character who excels at breaking down the opponent with straightforward mid and lows, applying pressure proactively. New moves were added, and existing ones were revised with the goal of making it easier for him to initiate offense. Easier! That's not what he needs. Up back 1 was added as a high attack that can effectively catch the opponent's right side movement. It was made to strengthen options against lateral movement, not what drag needs, and make it easier for drag to maintain offensive pressure. The attack ranges of several moves were adjusted to reduce instances where they would whiff in specific situations. Yeah, this... Alright, let's see. Added Hunter Hook. Cool. Great. Who knows? Could be anything. Command added. You can now use the move while crouching 1+2, and you... Okay, that's fine. More options to enter his thing. Great. Down 1+2. You can now do it out of sneak. Fine. Or 1. Recovery time on whiff is better. No, it's worse. Good. Oh, that's the quick... Yeah, that shit was hard as hell to punish. I'm fine with that. Forward 1+2. It now reaches further and comes out faster. Alright. Full crouch. Down forward 1-4. Reduce the distance to the opponent on block for the first attack. And the tracking on the first hit was strengthened on grounded hit, reducing cases where the second hit would whiff. Didn't need that. Well, no, that makes sense. I'm just hating. I'm just busy hating right now. Hitbox to the first hit was reduced to mitigate cases where it would unintentionally strike opponent's position behind. Yeah. Rage Art. Yeah, great. 1-3-1. Hitbox around the main body has been expanded, so it no longer whiffs as much, so better tracking. Back 3. Yeah, you could make it miss before. I guess it won't do that anymore. Forward 2, 1+2. Okay. An issue where throw break input window had become shorter than intended was corrected. I've been complaining about this, but also my hands are bad, so that could be fine. While running 4. Against the wall. Fok buff. Cool. Anti-Fok tech. While rising 2-1. The attack hitbox has been reduced to mitigate the occurrence of hitting opponents who are behind you. Fine. And while rising 2. Would whiff. I don't like what I'm seeing there. Alright, so I'm moving her down and putting him up. Alright. Next up, Everyone's favorite Eduardo, Eddie. But first, I'm gonna drink. I wish this was vodka. For this patch, wouldn't do anything for me, but still. Alright, Eddie's a character who excels at initiating offense through a wide variety of lows and unorthodox movements from stances, getting close range opportunities while evading the opponent's attacks with highly evasive techniques. He sure does. Adjustments were made with a focus on expanding his offensive options from Negativa. Yeah, I always felt like his Negativa offense just didn't have enough. So new move, Negativa 4, 3+4. So it allows the second hit of a natural combo string to be cancelled into banana. By combining this with actions such as Negativa 4-3, it's been made easier to disrupt the opponent's defensive responses. Yeah, great. And he has Negativa 1, making easier to use, adding more variety to situations that arise. Okay, these are things he didn't need. Because you could still just run, like they want his mix to be straight up real. Alright, so we have Chobani Avalanche. Who knows, it could be anything. And then the opponent's recovery time when blocking has been reduced. So Heat 3+4 is now only +5 instead of +9. That's a good change. Banana Town. The opponent's recovery time has been reduced a frame. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we're bananaing. We're bananaing. So we got nerf damage and better, I believe that's his, handstand cartwheel. So it got nerfed. Slightly, but it got nerfed. Cool. And then Banana Town back 4. The opponent's recovery time, yeah. Just a slight frame change. And damage nerf. But that's fine. Because he got more options out of it. This all needed to happen, but it's nothing without the frames. The frames are everything. Negativa 1-3 is now 3 frames faster. Alright. Then sidestep 3. Opponent's behavior on counter hit has been changed. Who knows how? Hit down 2-3. The tracking capability of the first hit has been enhanced. No reason for that. Negativa 1+2 expanded hurt box. Yeah, that's good. That's a good change. This is all good change, but then he gets something spicy. So that's very much a we'll see. Alright, fuck. He's characterized by his ability to maintain control of the match through powerful offensive tools, like down 4 and down 4. Adjustments were made with a big focus on stabilizing move behavior without significantly altering his core mechanics. New move, up forward 3+4. A new 2-hit attack that triggers an airborne tornado state was added. The hitbox of the first hit was set low, making it easier to use as an option for quickly confirming an airborne tornado in sudden transitions. What? So he's got a new launcher. Oh, okay, so he has a new move that's intended for float conversions. You know, I get floated a lot by Falk. He doesn't need that. But whatever. As part of the overall Season 3 policy, the system was changed so that Garuda Force is removed when heat ends. Yeah. Oh, But he gets it on down 4 counter hit. Oh god. That's kind of a huge buff. Alright, anywho, Quinny Barrage. And then he's got behavior has been changed on forward tilde for 1. Great. Down 4, successfully landing a counter hit will now grant Garuda Force. The opponent's behavior during trade situations was changed. Alright, wonder what it is now. Up 4-3, reduced attack hitbox, making it easier to evade with sidesteps. Like, good, but whatever. An extra button to cancel Rama Stance, that's fine. 3-1, okay. So it no longer randomly whiffs, that's fine. 4-4-4. Better collision detection. Yeah, that's fine. The 3-string. Reduce the hitbox when the opponent is behind you. Okay, so less random hits. And then reduce random hits. Fine. It's a whole bunch of fucking nothing, but boy is that down for a big change for Fok. I don't care what anyone says. Yeah. I think overall he got too much. Alright. We're approaching characters I actually play. Fang. Fang is characterized by his wide range of grounded options, strong countermeasures, and evasive movement. Yes, it is. Enabled by Deceptive Step, more commonly known as Kenpo. In version 3, adjustments were made with the goal of expanding his offensive options from shifting clouds. Oh no. With the addition of new moves that transition into shifting clouds, it's now easier for him to choose appropriate options based on the situation. And a new move, back-facing opponent 3+4. It's a new move that allows Fang to transition into shifting clouds from a back-turn position. By enabling access to shifting clouds even while back-turn, it's been made easier to include its parry-like properties as part of his available options in those situations. That's not what he fucking needs. Frame advantage on block for shifting clouds 2 is adjusted. Additionally, up for 1+2 cannot be performed with shifting clouds 1. Okay, cool. An extra shifting clouds option. So Heat Burst can now be performed with that during shifting clouds. You can now do it when back turned. Mountain Crusher can now be performed with Heat Smash input. And yeah, we have Kunlun Avalanche. Okay, now I see what this is. So his new move is just shifting clouds from back turned, which is still quite good. But it's not as busted as I thought at first. Alright, so back for 3+4. Lower damage. Yeah, better block state. I don't really notice the difference between -7 and -3 because of the way I play, so who cares? Back 4, distance on block has been reduced. Good. Fix an issue where distance became better on counter hit. Yeah, that's fine. Increase the recovery time on the first hit by 4 frames of his, what is that, windmills? And frame advantage on block is now launch punishable. Good. Increase the recovery time of the third hit, so it is no longer safe. I.e., you have to parry it. Fangs don't even use this move, to be honest, but it's a good change. Shifting Clouds 2. Advantage. Yeah, it's now even on block. That's gonna lead into back ones non-stop. Then Shifting Clouds 1. Hitbox has been expanded upwards. Yeah, whatever. An expanded hitbox. This is we're gonna have to see the. But honestly, this is a who cares thing. No, he got good with the bad. Good with the bad. There's a lot of who caresness. Especially with like this. His nerfs were to shit that no one uses. You know what I mean? So, fine. Next up, Heihachi. Close range combat that applies constant pressure through strong mid and high attack options. Sure does. His down forward 1-2 is a fucking problem. Are they gonna touch it? Let's find out. New move, up back 1+2. A new holdable mid. And on counter hit, it allows a floor break to be triggered. Although it can be held to introduce mind game potential, proper use requires evaluating the opponent's action, blah 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 blah. The hitboxes and behaviors of several existing moves were reviewed and adjusted. As a result, unintended behaviors and fucked situations are less likely to occur. Yeah, we'll see about that. These adjustments make interactions near the wall and post-block situations more stable. That's what we needed. Needed to be more stable. Okay. So we have Genkotsu Crusher. Great. I wonder how fucked it is on full hold. Right? So during heat, no longer wall splats. Good. 2-2. Altering their state from crouching to standing on block. Good. Adjusted collision detection with the opponent to reduce the occurrence of whiffing for certain moves. Cool. Wall running 3. Less chip. What is this? Fucking... Bwarp bwarp? Oh, this is, what's it called? Kicks. His launcher. His plus a million launcher. Spinning Demon 3. Opponents could unnat. Yeah, that's a bug fix. And approach opponent and do up forward 1+4. So heat timer would not remain paused during throws. An issue was fixed where damage scaling would sometimes not be applied when a stage gimmick was triggered during headbutt clash. Okay, so this is kind of a... What? Who cares? He got a new move, but this was a nothing patch. Now Hwoarang. He's characterized by maintaining pressure and more pressure and controlling the pace of the match through pressure and pressure stances, leveraging a wide variety of strings to pressure. New move, Left Flamingo, 1+2, 4. A new move from Left Flamingo was added. It allows air combos to be extended into floor-based stage gimmicks, and it expands the available combo routes that utilize both Right Flamingo and Left Flamingo, enabling more situationally appropriate selections. Okay, if that's all it is, I'm down. I'm down with more options. Options are good. Right Flamingo up 4. An issue was resolved where differences in reach would occur depending on the input timing. This adjustment improves stability of air combos. Okay, stable air combos? I'm cool with it. Hwoarang is mostly getting the King season whatever the fuck patch with back to 1, where it's just a better corkscrew. Nothing else. Anywho. Another thing where... Okay, so this is a nerf to... It's a nerf and a buff. It's easier to use. Downback 3+4. Changed its input to backpack 1... Why? Why? This is just a bad change. This is just a bad change. During heat, adjusted the opponents on hit, so yeah, no longer wall splats. Back 1. Recovery time when blocking has been increased. Yeah. So now this is launch punishable. His back 1. Is that his, like, spin punch? Then wall rising 2-3. Yeah, the damage has been changed from 8 to 12. And tracking strengthened when the first hit connected. Okay, so this is no longer a trash wall rising launcher. I'm actually fine with this. Right stance 3-4. Increase the recovery time on whiff by 3 frames. Good. Adjusted the opponent's behavior on block. Yeah, this is a good change. 1-2-4 or 2-4. The damage on a midair hit has been nerfed. It corrects aims to correct the discrepancy between damage on midair and ground hits. That's fine. It's going to be the same thing. Yeah, literally the same thing here. Right stance 3-4. Phenomenon where the opponent could unnaturally crouch to... Yeah, this was a bug. Jin's going to have one of these as well. Pushback interaction was adjusted when the move was absorbed by Power Crush. Yeah, because it would knock back Power Crush for no reason. Right? So this is... Overall, this is a good patch for Hwoarang. I will take it. It's a start. It's not a great patch, but it's good. Jack. Jack has mid-range pressure and explosive power while engaging in mind games that incorporate Gamma Charge. Oh. In 3.0, major adjustments were not made to the fundamental balance of his existing moves. Okay. What does that mean? Instead, situations where follow-ups would fail to connect or where whiffs were likely to occur, so better tracking and more consistency. Yeah, more stable, and Jack 8's overall behavior has been further stabilized. New move, back 3+4. A new mid that's easy to use at close range was added. On hit, crouch throws are guaranteed. I am pro this, depending on how egregious back 3+4 is. So it's Mimesis, Rusty Nail. Opponent, this, we've already covered this. 1-1. And forward, so Jackhammer is doing something on counter hit. I wonder what it is. I wonder what if it's like a launcher or something, eat shit. There's no way to know. You transition to Gamma Howl quicker after 3. Okay. Better X-axis tracking, or Y-axis tracking, whatever. Same thing. But it's more consistently punishable. Great. Reduced recovery time transitioning to Gamma Howl. Yikes. So a buff. Distance from the opponent on counter hit has been reduced. So a buff. Down 1+2. On block has been reduced. Good. Down back 2. Negligibly faster. Who cares? And then expanded hurt box, alleviating. Yeah, fine. Forward 3. Great. The recovery time transitioning to Gamma Howl on hit was reduced by 17 frames. That's a lot of fucking frames, man. That's a lot. That's like, you're gonna be able to do that shit into cancel down forward 2. And anyway, forward 1+2 1. It has just become safe. While crouching 1+2 1+2. Hence the tracking on the first hit, reducing instances where the second hit would whiff. Yeah, that's fine. Like, yeah. Down forward 1, 2. Yeah, more consistency. Back to forward 1. More consistency. Adjusted collision detection. More consistency. Unified tracking with 3, as it previously differed. Consistency. Turn gamma hal 3 down. Consistency. Let me guess. Consistency. Reducing instances where the fourth hit would whiff. Consistency. And right side throw. An issue where the timing for transitioning into the throw break animation was delayed when a throw is broken. Yeah, that's not good. As a whole, yeah, okay. Nothing too egregious, most likely. And he got a cool new move. Maybe we'll see more crouch throws from Jack. Jin, this is... we need this. He's characterized as an all-rounder? Well, he's not. He's, well, maybe busted in all aspects, with a solid neutral control and well-balanced set of offensive and defensive options. Nothing about his options are balanced. Elements, including those related to heat that had become overly strong in specific situations, were adjusted, while multiple moves in both normal stance and special stances received improvements to their behavior and ease of use. So he has a new heat move that's mid. It broadens his offensive options while in heat. Okay. Improvements to move behavior. The hit behavior and hitboxes of multiple moves were reviewed and adjusted, reducing cases where unintended hits or whiffs would occur, so consistency. Additionally, moves during double step were made easier to handle, with adjustments to spacing and frame data on block. These changes make it easier for Jin to maintain stable neutral... Okay, no, we need details. Fucking, here they are. Down forward 1, 2, yeah, new move. Cool. Good on ya. Heat smash. No longer wall splats, but increase the damage. Fair. Fair. Up the damage since it doesn't do the fucking big thing. Forward for 1 plus 2 is now much faster, but doesn't burn out all your heat. How's our favorite cat boy doing? We'll get to him, man. We are on J for Jin. Oh, I'm tier listing it too. You'll see that in a spicy moment. Although the moment itself may not be spicy, the reveal will be. Devil Step 1. What? The opponent's recovery has been increased, and the advantage has been changed. So this shit went from unsafe to safe. That's not what Jin needed. It's broken enough. Distance on block reduced. Yeah, fine, but... you're not blocking it any... okay, whatever. 214. Reduce the distance between the characters on the first hit, whether it connects or is blocked, reducing instances where the second hit would whiff. That's fine. And then... change... so now it is doing something spicy on counter hit. Alright, we'll find out what that is. Change the opponent's behavior on aerial hit for 2-4. Okay, so maybe it won't strong aerial tailspin again. Down 3 plus 4. Increase the distance from the opponent on a down hit with... yeah, good. It no longer creates an infinite Oki loop for no reason. Down back 2 2 3. Yeah, same thing. Stanchion 1 plus 2. It no longer wall staggers. Good. There was no reason that that shit needed to wall stagger and give him plus a billion, but it doesn't matter because all this shit's still a bigger problem. The amount of changes for each character. Good or bad, Jin got more changes than half the cast combined in Street Fighter 6. Yeah, I know, I mentioned that earlier. Everybody's got like a nice block. Heat smash, yeah. More consistent, he's not randomly hitting behind him anymore. We're good with that. 1 plus 2. Consecutive hits would fail to connect consistently under certain conditions for side or back hits. Yeah, that's fine. It's a buff, but it's like a bug fix to consistency. I can live with that. Down 4. This didn't need to change. It's just gonna track better against grounded opponents. So, as a whole, he got too fucking much, man. He just got too much. Trash patch for Jin. That is not what he needed. He didn't need more shit and for his fucking transition stance options to become safe. They're already really good when they're punishable. Alright, June. She's characterized by her ability to replenish recoverable health. He sure is. Did they mega buff Anna? Yes. They gave her a fucking button that lets her begin her full crouch mix from mid-range. She didn't need that. And then Devil Jin got better situation and better tracking across the board. And then Elisa, she's in fucking Chainsaw Town forever now. She got more chainsaw transitions, more chainsaw low starters, and more ways to enforce chainsaws. That's already her biggest fucking problem right now. Alright, June. What do we got with her Kazuma Essence? Hopefully more things that isn't just a fucking gun for her to use by her essence. So her available options were expanded through the addition of new moves that better leverage those traits. Blah, blah, blah. Good. So 3-1. A new fast starting move suitable for use as a guaranteed punish was added. The stream sponsored by chainsaws? Yeah, so true. Some characters, this is a fucking clown car patch. They straight up buffed Ryu. Like, what? So, anyway, 3-1. It better not be a launcher in Kazuma Essence. Because it can also trigger an airborne tornado. It was designed to make situational judgment and reward selection easier. Easier selection. No. If she gets access to a 15-frame launcher, that is anti her fucking kit. Okay, review of existing moves. Startup and behavior of several were revised. Yeah, same thing as everybody. Punish capability improved? Maybe. Let's see what we got. 3-1. Shion Kanagi. We have no idea what it does. We have no idea what it does. It's a 15-frame launcher. No, you know what? She should just have a 14-frame standing launcher when she has her bird meter up. Fuck it. So 3. Change the damage to 14. Yeah, because it has a follow-up. The behavior. Blah, blah, blah. Reduced hitbox. Fine. Change the opponent's behavior all aerial hit. So it's just a new fucking move. Just say that. Say that out loud. Adjusted the opponent's behavior on block, and now it went from -13 to -10. It has an extension. The distance from the opponent has been reduced. Cool, so it's consistently punishable at -10, but she has an extension. Wonder what that is. Forward 1+2. Previously, this move dealt 0 damage on hit, but it now deals 5 recovery damage. It cannot cause a K. This is one of her most busted moves. We've made fucking Ken's DP no longer punishable. This is so stupid. Down forward 1-1. Okay, increase the opponent's recovery time on hit by 3 frames and change the frame advantage on hit from +2 to +5. It doesn't matter. It sends me to space. Oh, it no longer sends you to space. Distance has been reduced. 6 less damage. Yeah, but it has an extension. So it's 6 less damage on the first hit, and it's probably going to deal way more damage, plus recoverable health, and tornadoes. So, I mean, who knows? Alright, down forward 1-1. Maybe it gives Oki. Cool, she needs it. Can-cans. Deal less damage. They gave her a gun last patch. Yeah, I know, and it looks like they're giving her a launcher this patch. Unreasonable. Down back 2. More damage. Oh, but who cares? Oh, wait, I do. She shits damage. And back 4-2. Behavior on hit has been changed. We don't know what that means. Is it a launcher now? Is it nothing? Who knows? Does it just remove him from the game and then you get to timer scam him for free? Back 3+4. Starts up 8 frames faster. But puts you closer to your opponent. Okay, great. And then sidestep 4. Distance has been reduced. Great. Are these all just going to be QOL? Behavior has been changed. Who knows what this does? And then up back 1+2. Could be performed with unintended... Yeah, it would accidentally come out. While standing 2-1. In accordance with this change, the input window for the second hit was short. So you can't buffer it, but it's more consistent. That's fine. Or you can't delay it. While crouching, 3+4, 3. Increase distance from the opponent on a down hit with first hit. Okay, so... Great. It no longer nukes you from orbit. Full crouch down forward 2. Recovery on counter hit was reduced by 4 frames, changing the frame advantage on counter hit from +18 to +14. It makes no difference. The adjustment was made because the displayed value, so literally no change. Cool. Izumo 4-1. Enhanced tracking only on hit of the first hit. Okay, so consistency change. All of this put together, there's a whole bunch of fucking nothing. And a new move that is either going to be nothing, or she's getting a godlike 15 frame punish. Too much. And it's because of this. On hit allows recoverable health to be restored and increases essence because it can also trigger an airborne tornado. It was made to make situational judgment and reward selection easier. Anything that's making your reward selection easier is going to just be the new good thing. She doesn't need a new good thing. She has enough fucking good things. All right. Kazuya. I need a drink, man. I wish the shit was something else. Alright. And then in case it's relevant, or in case you missed it, there's no return of Oki, so none of these matter. I'm just reading them to read them. I just want to know. Kazuya is characterized by close-range mind games built around Wind God's... Yeah. He crouch dash mixes you. And then he crouch dash mixes you harder in double form. New move. 1-1-2 down. Uh-oh. Yeah, normally he'd punish and then swap sides. So now he can do it without switching sides. Cool. The startup, behavior on block, and behavior counter hit of down back 2 were reviewed and adjusted. Since the move can trigger a floor break on counter hit, or a fucking combo, it's been made easier to incorporate into offense starters and close range mind games. Oh no, I'm thinking down back 1+2. Okay, anywho. Double Inferno. It's just a crouch cancel for his 1-1-2. Cool. Maybe it's really good. Down back 2, it's now a little quicker, and on block. What? Oh. Yeah, went from -9 to -4. No longer forces crouch. Cool. Increase the distance from the opponent on a down hit with the first hit. Whatever. What does jumping spinny spin do? You know? Sidestep 4. 1. Reduce recovery by 1. This is going to be a whole bunch of nothing. During wall combos, reduce forward movement, blah blah blah. Hitbox expanded at blah blah blah. Yeah. More consistency. More consistency. More consistency. More consistency. more consistency, bug fix, and more consistency. Cool. Whole bunch of nothing. I can't wait to read this shit. With how everything else has been, this is the most nothing I've read of any character yet. Why even include him in this patch? Fucking nothing happened. This is more nothing happened than Claudio, and more nothing happened than Heihachi. This is the most nothing happens imaginable. Yeah, let's rank him properly. Anywho, King. King is characterized by close-range mind games, no he isn't, centered around his wide variety of throws. In version 3, adjustments were made to temper aspects of his toolkit that had become overtly reliant on regular strikes. Oh, so his down forward too. While preserving his strength as a character with numerous throws. As a result, his throw techniques can now be utilized more strategically. Okay, Street Fighter 6, most of the cast is there. You at least got one universal change to overheads, you guess. Oh yeah, we got... Dude, there's a lot of nothing in this patch. New move, quarter circle back, 1+3. Added a new throw that triggers a tornado state. I've been begging for that for a while. This expands the attack routes that can be developed from throws, making it easier to make decisions based on opponent's situation and position. Cool. Sidestep 2+4. By using up or down during Jaguar Sprint, you can now evade the opponent's attacks and transition directly into a throw. Bro, nobody does this. By combining movement with offensive options, the range of mind game possibilities has been expanded. It's not a mind game, though. You react and launch that shit. This is bad. Jake Man was labbing the sprint sidestep. It's so pointless. Yeah, it looks pointless. New throw looks cool. It might give you some setup situations. No, it's straight up a combo starter. You're probably just going to do that into Jaguar Spin 3 Shining Wizard. You can block after the Jaguar Step sidestep. Oh. Well, I guess that is something. Added elevating spine cracker. Cool. Tornado throw. I wonder if it's a visible one break, and now there really is no reason to ever pile driver. Sidestep. Now able to use them. Yeah. Great. If this throw was unbreakable, by the way, then maybe we'd be talking. King, 322 and 322 hold. Hitbox around the main body on the first hit has been expanded to alleviate issues of whiffing at close range. Better tracking, didn't need that. Advance the tracking on mid-air hit of the second hit, reducing instances where the third hit would whiff. That might actually just break his combos. Cool. King shoulder charge. Adjusted the opponent's behavior on block from -9 to -5. 322 still supreme? Yep. So they really have no fucking clue what they're doing. Down forward 2. Reduce the hitbox to make it less likely to hit opponent sidestepping to the right. Oh, yeah? Yeah? Is that what we're doing? Hang on. I recorded this earlier. Okay. So it doesn't track if you sidestep left. Does it track if you sidestep right? No, this is fucking King. Why does it need less tracking? It doesn't track either direction. I recorded this earlier because somebody said it tracked too well at 0. It's not tracking in either direction. Fuck off. And Jake was labbing down forward too. You can't loop it on counter hit if you miss the window. Okay. Great. Shoulder charge changed to -5. You didn't need that. Like, it's nice that it's no longer flash punishable. I'm probably gonna blow up Gino once for that, and then never again. Down forward, yeah. Anywho, down forward 3 adjusted the tracking performance to make it more likely to hit opponents sidestepping to the right. Great. More damage on up forward 2. Yeah, people are doing that a lot. Sidestep 2, behavior on hit has been changed. What does that mean? Also, you said he was labbing shit. Does that mean that this is like the live version of this? Oh, new music. We'll lab from the left to make it. Okay. Let's take a quick little look-see-doo. A look-see-doodle. Sidestep 2 gives the people's elbow follow-up now. Oh. Give me back Oki. I'll use this. I'm sorry? Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, I'm still plus there. Ooh. Okay, so it's specifically... It's this people's elbow. Okay. So it's this much damage. I see. I'm sorry. Let's run that back for a second. Okay. Okay, okay. That's not a thing. That's not right. Oh, because I'm on Yoshi, controller setup. Yeah, this is a trash new button. $53, and you can't do. Yeah, that's a trash ass button. What else do we got? People on Reddit were doom posting about it. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I'm back in here. Sidestep 2. I like the change. You get like an Oki situation, kinda. Fucking dog shit ghetto Oki, but you get it. Aw, King no longer takes damage from standing heal hold options? That's dumb. Anyway, 1 + 2 3, an issue with damage being lower when triggering tornado was fixed. Okay, what does that mean? 60 damage combo. Oh, 64 damage. So I could get up to 66. Or I could get 70. Alright, that's not a thing. So this is still like the best combo. For 76. Oh man, I suck. Okay, so it's 70s. No, this is still his best combo. Yeah, this is 2 less damage. Anyway, back to this shit. Sidestep 2 buff. Cool. I'm in it. Approaching an airborne opponent. An issue where the opponent's hurtbox became smaller when a tornado was triggered when compared to those ensuing from a strike has been fixed. Okay, good. This is the 1 + 3 grab. Alright, that's still not back. Give me this back! Alright, well. Glad we, it's a start. Sidestep 2 is still a thing. Let's actually just find a good... Who's got good music?
Get ready for the next battle.
Yeah, great. So that sucks. We got a whole bunch of nothing. And yeah, I like that 1 plus 2, 3 went from not good in combos to still not good in combos. Kuma and Panda, they have a mid-range playstyle that leverages reach and blah blah blah. New move. Jim, what's the TLDR on Kuma Panda? They have spinning Kuma uppercut. Is this what I think it is? In heat triggered from down back 4. Floor break gimmicks. Kuma's worse than Panda. Ooh, that's a change. While Panda gets wall break gimmicks. Okay, so it's just... it's a low into fuck you. During heat, the Hell Sweep gives punch follow-up. Yeah, so it's just... great. The degree to which the defender's options were overly restricted was reviewed. I don't even mind the electrics. Kuma's stopped using it because it was ultimately not the most amazing situation. Alright. So this is like a cool gimmick for them. And then fuck all. Fuck all. Oh, you can now hold the electrics. Cool. On block to -8. Maybe Yoshi can punish. Who cares? UCF 2-2. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, great. So that looks like overall electric is worse because it doesn't do the pushback on block anymore. Yeah, and QCF2 debuff for no reason. This is like... I guess we'll see how relevant the stuff is, but it feels very why even include them patch. That's it for these fucks. Alright, let's speedrun this shit. Lars gets a new move. It allows the second hit to be cancelled, enabling a transition to limited entry. That's what he needs. Lateral movement. The tracking was adjusted to make it more effective at countering the opponent's lateral movement. With electric being worse, the sauce Panda gets is better than Kuma. Yeah. I mean, electric is still good, it's just not +5. It was the fuck you situation. Alright, so he's got some new sauce. He's got... oh, okay, this input has changed. Counter hit has been changed. Adjusted tracking. That's what he needs, better tracking. Lars can now wall running 1 against aerial opponents. Fuck. Just the opponent's on block for -10 to -1 and now deals chip for dynamic entry 1+2. So a buff. No change, silent entry 1. -6 to -9. Fuck off. That's not a real thing. Silent entry 2. Counter hit something. This is nothing. Yeah, bug fix. Bug fix. Bug fix and better. No, eat shit. This is... he just got better track. It's in between here and here. So we'll put him there. Blah. He has an offensive playstyle that leverages speed and rapid fire, so spamming. His available options in neutral were streamlined, with adjustments focused primarily on more spamming. With several overly dominant sequences were toned down, a new move was added to sneak into overly dominant sequences. A new high attack, a new homing high. Great. A new plus on block homing high. That's my guess. You can now use the move with that. Great. During heat. Yeah, no longer wall splats. Who cares? Distance on block reduced. Yeah, but this is fucked. Heat time and recovery. Great. Better startup. Who cares? Yeah, down 1-3 doesn't need to. Oh. Okay, that's reasonable. The advantage on block has been changed from -1 to +3. That's what he needs. More plus frames. And then the attack startup with perfect input timing is better. So it's just always going to be better where I'm playing. And then Dragon Charge Horde 3. Yep, I was right. It's too fucking much. Alright, Lilias, keep out moves. Okay. While crouching, get spicy 3-4. Oh, so slide. Oh, slide Hitman? Okay, I'm down with that. And then you could Hitman 1+2 spam. Cool. And then he tracks better. That's fine. And then more Hitman transitions. And a new move you can use during Hitman. Great. Aside from that, is it all just fuck all? During heat, better. Great. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Consistency, consistency, consistency. Hitman options. And then... Yeah, we need Acid Rain to be better. Opponents who are behind, yeah. Okay, fine. Overall, good with the bad. Like, he got some Hitman stuff. We'll see if that amounts to anything. It might make Slide good again, which means he'll get to have Slide. Leo. New move, stance, 1-2. Oh, to grant lightning glare. Great. So you have lightning glare. You get your chore easier. Blah, blah, blah. Chip on block. Counter hit. Distance reduced. Who cares? Consistency. Input window for second hit, so you can now delay while standing for 1+2. Cool. But that's not something you needed. Expanded hurt box. Improved follow-ups on stance 2-1. Cool. Opponent on second hit has changed. Who knows what that is? Kick parry. Great. And then blah, blah, blah. That's... Okay. This is kind of a nothing patch for Leo. If anything, somewhere in between that and got too much. Alright, Leroy. What do we got? New Hermit move. Oh, he has back 1+2 during parry during Hermit. Sabaki. Great. And better. Okay, so they're really building around his reversals. Cool. Had us blocked as a point of continuing offense. Okay, so Hermit 2 is going to be fucked. Is that what I'm getting? Great. So you can now back 1+2 with Hermit. Better tracking, that's fine. Change so that all 3 hits will now connect as a natural combo. Oh. Okay. And then buff damage. So he got buffs to. This is big, because now you can spam that shit.
Oh yeah, sweet shot, body shot, yeah, one shot, yeah. 제발 저건 왜 있는 거야 대체, 진짜. 씨발 뭐야. 턴하자마자 졸라 쳐버렸네. Oh yeah, sweet shot, body shot, yeah, one shot. Oh yeah, sweet shot, body shot, yeah, one shot.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, sweet shot, body shot, yeah, one shot, yeah.
Alright, let's take a little look-see doodle at this bad boy. Here's some Jack Spice.
Oh yeah, sweet shot, body shot, yeah, one shot, yeah.
Cool.
제발 저건 왜 있는 거야 대체, 진짜.
What a fucking sequence that is, huh?
턴하자마자 졸라 쳐버렸네.
Could probably do more damage too with a bigger ender. That's what he needed. That's what Jack fucking needed. See, everyone's gonna get some good-ass degenerate shit. And I'm over here just like, yeah. Anywho, Leroy. You know what? This is a good start. Sabaki out of Hermit. That doesn't seem that bad. Alright, Lydia. It builds heaven and earth level while developing offense and defense through blah blah blah. So now she can manage her level better. Making situational decision making even more important. So she has horse stance 2+3. So okay, so she can do shit from stance. For certain moves used while heaven and earth is high, a new mechanic was added in which the moves are enhanced by consuming heaven and earth level. Okay, so she gets a chore. Neat. What does she get other than her chore to boost shit? Better tracking, nerf damage, gives you your chore, lower damage by a lot. Powers up her heaven and earth level. Got it. So she now progresses this thing no matter what. So she's gonna get her fucked thing when she wants it. Overall, damage is less, but then she got more sauce. Okay, so she's just bookkeeping now. Fix an issue where the tracking differed, and then a bunch of consistency issues. This is cool. We'll see how it goes, but I think this is a good patch. We'll see how good building the chore is. Alright, 4 more pages. Lily. That's what she needed. On counter hit of that, she can now follow up with back turn 1. Okay, so she has more guaranteed follow-up shit. More back turn state movements. And for back-facing opponent, 1-4. Yeah. She can now blow people up more good with back turn stances. Dumb. Better frame advantage on block. Yeah, but that's fine. Because you really should be dealing with it. 3+4 reduces cases where the second hit would whiff. Or side swap. Oh, that's fine. They might have just removed her mix-up. That shit's degenerate. But overall, why even include her? That's a pretty nothing ever happens thing. Mary Zoe. She's already getting new moves. 90% of her fucking kit is new moves to me. But it's all just consistency. Okay. Who cares? Nina. Nina's got dumb shit. Pokes, rapid fire attacks. She's like Law. But, you know, better. While crouching down forward 2, it's a fast starting move that removes the opponent's recoverable health on hit. And it functions well as a mid option from standing and can be selected flexibly depending on the situation. For forward 2, chip was added, making it easier to run. Okay, so now she can get more chip to remove later. Okay. Depending on the frames on Sadistic Cupid, it might be nothing. And now she can sidestep cancel while standing 1-4. Hopefully only on hit or block, not on whiff. And then 4-4. On block -7, whatever. Everyone combos can convert into it when a counter hit occurs. Down forward 1-2. Blah blah blah. Who knows what this does? Behavior changed. Less damage. Chip on block. Unintentionally hit opponents behind you. Great. Cool, cool, cool. Nothing, 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 nothing. Nina. She deals more chip. And removes your chip health more. Dumb. Alright, Paul, what do we got? Mid and low. As well as a strong forward advancing tech. Okay, yep. He has more power over speed, allowing players of all skill levels to experience a satisfying sense of impact. Great, new move. Forward 3-2. With the property of knocking the opponent back on block, creating distance. Makes it easier to transition into wall pressure situations. Okay. Knock back on block strengthened. Yeah, so he takes you to the wall when you're blocking better. Cool. Forward 2, 1+2. Any heat, blah, blah, blah. Extended the input window for the second. Okay, so it's a bit easier to hit just frame. That's fine. 4-3-1, blah, 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 blah. So now it's even, not minus. Oh. But it is now significantly punishable. Okay, so overall, it is a much worse string for him. But you gotta respect it. That's fine. 4-4-2-1, perfect input. On block, it's now -1, not -4. Neat. Then while running 2. Further knockback. Why? Ball rising, 1, 2. Blah, blah, blah. So nothing. Deep dive, down forward, 2, 1. Now deals chip. Expanded hitbox against downed opponents. Great. So sway 1 is just going to hit more more buttons are going to deal with more situations. Neat. Alright, Paul. You did it. You got fucking nothing. No, this is a good with the bad situation. Alright, Raven. What do we got? You got mix-ups that, with a full crouch mix-up and the Soul Zone. So, what do we got? Anything? Anything interesting? Sucks that my next main is Yoshi all the way at the end of the alphabet, but whatever. Slow startup, but it's easier to transition into mind games even after Shadow Sprint 1 is blocked. Cool. Expansion of Soul Zone options. Blah, blah, blah. No longer a block string. So now you can Soul Zone more. Cool. During Soul Zone, Blind Strike. I don't know what that does, but it might be cool. But you can parry in Soul Zone. And then, yeah, less heat abuse. A back 1. Back 1 now gives a follow-up on counter hit. Decreased recovery time. Upward 3+4 is no longer launchable. Okay. And you can combo off of it, so it's a new launcher. Interesting. Behavior on counter hit has been changed. Shadow Sprint 1 is now wildly better. Oh, better on hit, worse on block. That's fine. Because it's no longer a true block string, you can get interrupted and die. That's fine. Shadow Sprint 1+2. Even. Cool. And then fix, fix, fix. Fix. Raven. Honestly, got what you needed. You got a little bit of spice. Reina. Fast-paced offense around numerous stances, blah, blah, blah. So she's getting more options in stance. And a new high attack with homing properties was added. And then she can heat engage off of it. Okay. Sentai is performing a follow-up. Oh, so you no longer get to punish her for fucking non-committing. Great. So she gets a new move. Wow, that's a lot of frames better to be able to act. That's wild. Bop, bop, bop. Her 3-hit. Dude, those are some big number frames. And now she's going to be able to deal with some big number, a lot more attacks with her auto parry. What else? Reduced tracking on her hold option. And her changed. I changed the frame advantage on hit from -3 to +3. Cool. And then, yeah, that's same changes up here, but down here, right? Yeah. Same Sentai. So she's just going to be able to play faster. I don't think she needed all that. We got, what, 6 characters left? Alright, let's get through this. Let's do it. Let's drink some water. Then we'll fucking get through it. Shaheen! Solid neutral. I feel like they don't even know what to say here. Like, I guess he has a solid neutral control. Like, that means nothing. New move, 3+4. It's a single hit mid-attack that triggers a tornado. Okay. So it's become easier to aim for a tornado even in sudden situations. But the move is difficult to punish or block. Oh, punish on block. Yeah, great. Okay. So wheel spin. Who knows what this does? Could be anything. Easier input for forward 1+2. Ugh. Great. Easier inputs, easier inputs. Yeah, we already went over that. Easier inputs. More damage, so buffs. It changed opponent's behavior on down hit with 1-2-4. Cool. Distance on block has been reduced from down 4. That's not what he needed. Oh, yeah, it is. I'm fine with that. It's now delayable. Cool. When certain reversal techniques succeeded against this move, the recovery time for the player character became shorter than intended. Oh yeah, Shaheen could dodge Sabaki's. Cool. Floor break will now only occur on the final hit of the move. Oh. Buff. Reduce tip bot. Yeah. And then bug fix, bug fix, bug fix, bug fix. This is a nothing patch and maybe a new god move in neutral. So it either puts him here or puts him down here. Alright, Sbeev. Multiple stances, such as ducking left and right in Lionheart. Let's not forget about Flicker and Peekaboo. So adjustments were made with the goal of making it easier. Great. So duck left, 1+2. And on counter hit, you can wall splat. Great. That's what he needed. And then Lionheart's stance option, new moves and follow-ups were added within Lionheart, making it easier to create sequences. You didn't need to. He doesn't need it. So Nemesis Hook, who knows how this is going to be. And then Peekaboo. Down 2. Okay, you can cancel into crouch. Neat. MAC 1+2. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. For more consistency. More consistency. More consistency. You can go Lionheart into quick spin. Yeah, alright. And Lionheart throw. Okay. Give him a throw game. Throw breaks could fail to occur when on counter hit. Yeah. King needs that. 2-1. Tracking enhanced on hit or block of the first attack. Doesn't need it. Weakening the tracking of the second hit when the first whiffs. Good. Enhance the hitbox when the first connects or is blocked. Yeah, that's fine. Every move should have this shit. Tracking adjusted to reduce. Yeah. Consistency, consistency, consistency. Motherfucker got too much. Yeah, let's keep going. Let's weight everything. Victor, he's a stance character. He uses stances, stance-based pressure. EI and Perfumer. We move up back 2. It's his first hold-enabled technique. Great. When held, it becomes a mid that allows him to act before the opponent, on block, so it becomes plus. If it makes contact, if you press forward, it goes Perfumer. Oh no. So you get to just go into stance. That's not okay. So he can just reapply his pressure. Great. So now he's +4 on hit. And closer with 1+2. He went from +13 to +14 with back 3. Yeah, he got forward 1-1 down. Is now better. EI1 went from punishable to fucking murder you for it. Yeah, so all of his this is not okay. On block. Okay, this is the first one that who cares? It's never gonna come out. Opponent has recovery time when blocking has been increased by 2. Okay, so EI down 1. Advantage on block has been changed from 2 to 0. Fine. You're even. Back, and then consistency. Bro, we might have a fucking winner. And oh, last page. Xiaoyu. He excels at deflecting opponents' attacks. Sure does. Multiple stances. It's not usually just the one. And at breaking defenses through mix-ups. Just not supposed to. New move. Back turn. Upward 2. Makes it easier to create situations where Xiaoyu can act before the opponent while back turned. Okay, so she just has a plus frame back turn move. So she no longer needs to mix you up. She can canned mix you. That's how I feel right there. Cheer for me, crowd. Alright, the frame data of while crouching down forward 2-1 on hit was adjusted, making it easier to develop offense from a crouching state. Again, not what she needs. Anywho. Hitbox expanded downward, blah blah blah. Oh, so she already had upward 2, but now she gets it out of back turn. Still not okay. Probably loopable. You can now transition into crouching state with wall rising 3 down. Oh, got it. That's what they mean. Probably AOP. Back 4 is no longer punishable. A back 3 chunks better. The opponent's behavior on counter hit was adjusted so that blocking is no longer possible during their recovery. Oh, so forward 3 is now true frames. Probably launches, does something. Forward 4, better hitbox down. Forward 2-1. Yeah, okay. What does this mean when on block? Behavior of the opponent on counter hit has been changed during heat, blah blah blah. And then consistency. While running 3 is now harder to jump over the opponent. She didn't need it. I didn't put her here, even though I am biased. Alright, Yoshi. This is my last chance at something that I care about. He excels at keeping the opponent guessing through the use of numerous stances. bug fix, and behavior and performance. So up forward 1 Kincho. He can now just do up forward 1 into Kincho, or up forward 1-1. Okay. Great. And wall combos. Adjustments were made since using moves such as down 2-2-2 or 3-2 1+2. So big sword, or the thing I use the most often in wall combos, the opponent in Yoshimitsu would sometimes switch places or the attack might whip. Okay. So what does this mean? Anywho, increase the recovery time on block of the second hit by 1 frame. And change the frame advantage on block from 9 to 10 frames. Okay, but now you have 2 different follow-ups out of it. It's actually a mix out of a mid. Fine. During... So no sword stance suicide. Poof. You can now transition to Indian stance or dragonfly. Okay, that's cool. That's what he needs. More fun. No longer whatever, and then transition to dragonfly. The opponent's attack could hit Yoshi as a grounded unit. I didn't like that. King could grab him out of it. And then 1-1. The behavior on counter hit has been aligned with the head of normal hits. Oh no. So that's a nerf. 2-2. Now more likely for the second hit. Okay, so quality of life. Back 2-2. Yeah, I had the second hit whiff many times. Sidestep 2. Neat. 3-2-1+2. No longer swapping positions at the wall when it's late and they attack. Does it mean 1-1 counter hit doesn't splat? Well, it already doesn't splat. Which is, yeah. Enhanced tracking of the first hit when opponent's airborne with down 2. Hell yes. Oh, let me come back up here. Forward 4. Great. Adjusted collision. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So yeah, better tracking on airborne. Good. Enhanced tracking of the second hit when the first hit connects on an airborne opponent. Yeah, so you're gonna get your sequence. And tracking of the third hit when it connects with an airborne opponent. So off axis, you're probably gonna be able to do your stuff. Fix an issue where the hitbox and pushback differed when inputting down 2-2 back. Yes, I noticed this as well. Neat, so just quality of life. Down 3. Yeah, there was no reason for that to whiff. Not that it's good. And then down back 3, increase the distance from the opponent on a down hit. Great, who cares? Back to 1+2. Yeah, I did notice this was like finicky and tight. Tighter than it should be, but I just got used to it. Wall running 3. You're not going to randomly hit opponents behind you. That's fine. Kincho 3. Does this mean you can't, like, jump over somebody with wall running 3 who gets up late with a button? Anyway, Kincho 3. Easier to punish. There were even some setups to take advantage of that. Kincho forward 2. Yeah, that's fine. Indian stance, up 1+2. Oh no. Did they get rid of the Manji instant dragonfly? That was being used since like season 1. Okay, fix issue where tracking was different from 3-2-1+2, fine. Beady, 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 beady. And yeah, so overall, nothing. There was a lot of nothing, and then he gets this. So that's like some bad with the good. I mean, we'll see. No. It's a start. He got better tracking on airborne. Like, his stuff is just more consistent, and then they nerfed the thing. I think that's fine. That's nothing crazy. And last but not least, the shortest one of all. Zafina is a character who bewilders opponents through distinctive attacks using as a addition of new moves. New move, up forward 3 down. A new move that allows transition into Mantis stance from up forward 3. She does not need that. The opponent's behavior on hit was revised so that follow-up attacks can connect more easily. Doesn't need that either. And now it's gonna be like fucking Bear's Power Crush, where it's like, oh, did they transition and they're launch punishable, but you have to use a mid? Or are they minus 13 standing in front of you, which means a mid isn't gonna punish? She doesn't need it. Expansion of grounded combo options. New follow-up options are available. Great. So she gets a bullshit mix-up that she doesn't need. She now has more stance transitions, which is fine. That's her identity. Change the opponent's behavior on hit. Yeah, so you get better follow-up stuff. Adjusted the timing. Changing it from 8 frames to 7. Fuck that. So now she just has a better armored move for no reason. Okay. Cool, down 3, better hurt box, who cares? And follow-ups could, yeah, that's fine. Alright, so here is the fucking tier list. What do we got? I think it was a good patch for Raven, Clive, Azucena, and Armor King. They got some good quality of life stuff. And, like, overall, new transitions, new moves, new kit stuff. Great. I'm all for their changes. It's a start for Brian, Hwoarang, Jack. Even with the bullshit I showed, like, Jack just has some new quality of life basic shit. And Jackhammer's a bit better than it was. I'd prefer if Jackhammer forced crouch and then you get a crouch. Well, that would be way too busted anyway. Whatever. Leroy and Yoshi, they got some okay changes, especially Leroy. Leroy's in between here and up here, depending on how much you value his parry. Good with the bad. Asuka, Eddie, Fang, Lee, Lydia, and Paul. They all got fucking buffs that they didn't need and nerfs that they did. We'll see how much of a change that makes. These guys, these are all fucking bonkers. Bears, Heihachi, Claudio, Kazuya, Lars, Leo, Lily, Marizo, Shaheen. Why even have them in the patch? They might as well have just not had patch notes. I get that everyone needs to be included, but like... But they got nerfs and buffs that more than cancel out what they got. With the exception of Lars, who might be down here, but again, we'll fucking see. Same with Leo. These guys are like right in between. And they got too much. Drag, he doesn't need what he got. Bach, do we really need to buff his, like, one of the best lows in the game? Jin, absolutely stupid that we're just gonna make some shit safe and give him better options. June, she's a fucking problem. I keep saying it, I won't stop saying it. And she remains one. Thanks, patch. Nina, she already plays fast. She doesn't need to play faster and have more opportunities to delete your gray. She just doesn't. And then Reyna, playing fast. Let's have her play faster. Cool. Steve, we don't need more stance offense from Steve, and he doesn't need his is ducking to the side to be better than it is. And Xiaoyu needed nothing. Not a fucking let's reset the mix when I'm back turned button. And then way too much from these fucking assholes. Anna didn't need shit. And instead we're like, hey, we know her full crouch mix is annoying, so she can enter it from long range. Hey, we know chainsaws are annoying, so she has better ways to enforce it and better ways to enter it. Hey, we realized that once in a while he could get stepped. You know how he's like, his identity is the more linear Mishima? Am I doing rank tomorrow? Yeah. Yeah, I will. Victor, let's give him better and more stance entrance options. In case his stance, he ever drops out of stance, he can just go back in. Full-time pressure. And Zafina, let's give her a fucking bear-style mix on a move that should just be unsafe. Fuck you. And worst of all, 0 Oki change. Fix that shit. Give me back Oki. Give me back Oki. Just give me back Oki, because it's cool that I get this. Like that much damage that fast? Great. You know what I'd rather have? This, right? Let me have this into maybe a fucking heat engager. Well, that's sauce that'll work once. Oh, but I'm not even close enough. Ah, eat shit, me. Oops. Oops. Like, that's adjacent to a sequence, but the other one is better. Oh, how fast is this? Oh, you can't cancel it? Alright, well, I've already found this. Yeah, the cancel window is inconsistent. Oh, you can't do it here. Yeah, you can't cancel into it after that. That's fucking stupid. And everything else is equally stupid. This patch. This patch fucking sucked. I didn't get Oki back. I'm done. I'm done. I'll play a little bit this week. I might show up to Contender just a bitch. And that's it. Yeah, that's it. Fucking